In this video, we're going to do an overview of qview. This is the first video in a 5-part series. We've got an overview, we've got getting and installing qview, the various modes of qview, using it, and then ultimately removing it. All of them are pretty straightforward. This is going to be probably the most simple of the 5 videos because we do explore most of the core topics in these other videos. So what is qview? It started out as a simple desktop viewer for Quincy. It's meant to be able to view all documents really well. It's meant to be an extremely simple interface, and it's meant to be extremely fast. We will never deviate from these core mission statements, if you will. We have started to add more functionality, make it a little bit more visual, a little bit more powerful, but we will never add in a bunch of the stuff that's sort of more core to, or I shouldn't say more core, I should say more complex. So a lot of people ask us, hey, are you going to be able to process data through qview? And the answer is no. Am I going to do parsing in qview? No. The reason for that is additional functionality, while it makes something more powerful, also makes it more complex, and we really want to stay close to the goal of very simple interface, very fast. So that's the core mission. That's what it's about. It is fully integrated with Quincy. Meaning the two are, if you will, almost synonymous. That's the other question I often get, which is, hey, are we going to continue, qview is so powerful, are we going to continue to push Quincy, or should we start to talk more about qview? That statement in and of itself is a fundamental misunderstanding. You can't have qview without Quincy. Quincy is a server application. qview is a desktop application, and it integrates with Quincy. It really fundamentally wouldn't work as a product without the Quincy server on the back end. Now, it is a valid statement to say, hey, from a user's perspective, should they use the Quincy web front end or the qview desktop front end? And to that question, I generally say, listen, it's about the role of the person. The more they are doing just review, the more qview is really the appropriate answer for them. The closer they are to an administrator, the more Quincy is probably the right answer for them. And the more complex things they want to do, again, likely Quincy is the right answer for them. There are finally 4 modes of qview. There is the typical sort of integrated fundamentally with Quincy modes, and there's a video on the 4 modes, so I'm not going to discuss them all other than to say there are 4 of them. 2 of them are sort of linked with the Quincy web front end, and 2 of them are more standalone. Let me quickly open up qview, so you can see how it looks. But again, if you want more information on it, go view some of the other videos. They're fairly in depth. So let me close all this junk. And here's my qview icon. I always say dongle for some reason. I'm just going to double click on that and launch it. I'm launching it in this context in what we call login mode. It's going to ask me what Quincy server I want to communicate with. Mine is this one right here. You would enter yours. But again, sort of this goes to the point we were making just a few seconds ago about qview versus Quincy. You really can't have qview without Quincy because you're going to need to enter a server here. So administrator. All right, I've logged in. Here's my cases. I only have one in this case. I can close this and just sort of move around and view the documents, and there's a whole bunch of functionality here, label, bookmarks, whatever. Anyway, that's all I wanted to accomplish here. Just give you a quick overview of what QView is. It's super duper powerful. To me, it's one of the most exciting things about the Quincy product. So please take some time, play around with it, view the videos, and if you have any questions, as always, post them on the message board.